Yo.
What's
What's up there? Hmm. You gave them god powers and expect them to play fair. You gave them admin powers and expect them to play fair. Listen, I mean, does that even make any sense? What did Kanye say? What's a king to a god? Look at you, you're a king. Probably a short king too, you know, you're not even a good king. They're gods though. They're admins. They're the admins of this world. It doesn't even make any sense to blame them at this point because y'all literally gave them god powers. Why would they act human? That doesn't really make any sense. Like, yeah, we can act all chivalrous like knights and say that, you know, if that was us, we would play fair and we would give out and we would help others. But most of y'all are acting the same way. Most of y'all are gonna be just like them. And most of you are already trying to imitate them. So stop, man. Like, stop with the bullshit. Accept, not accept. Understand it from their point of view. Last few centuries, spanning back all the way back, they were rather oppressed. They were rather controlled. But now more than ever, the catalyst of their godhood comes about. New novelty. You see, they're new owners, they're new users, they're new admins, right? And when you're a new admin, naturally you kind of want to test out your abilities, get used to your move set. Yeah, get used to your move set. You know, hit the training room, and you, my friend, you're the test dummy. You get beat up, get a little combo done, and then you reset the next day for the next combo. And no, you can't attack. No, you don't attack back. No, you can't dodge. Can't jump or get out the way. You're a test dummy. You're gonna get beat up. When they're done, you get reset and you do it again. I have so many stories, honestly. I don't even know which one to tell about, their admin abuse. So instead, I have a better idea. This is a more fun idea. I made a little list of their admin powers, and we can just talk about each one by one, right? It sounds kind of fun. Their god powers, admin powers, right? So let's start with the first power. I call it the dark summons, right? So with this ability, they're able to use their summons whenever they're in danger or they're in trouble. Or it can just be for their leisure. You know, it doesn't really have to be for an attack. Sometimes they just want free stuff. Sometimes they just want a little attention, the validation. Summon. Summon them. Summon the summons. I guess you guys know them as simps, but to them, they're the dark summons, okay? These guys will do anything. Lick their feet, give them free stuff, feed them grapes. They're a summon. They're completely under their control. Can you do this? Can you summon someone that will do anything for you? Maybe your mother, but like even then, she has some boundaries. These summons though, they'll do anything. Yes, if the god says it, the summon will do it. These bastards will literally do anything, and they're very good for attacking. You know, because when you're a god, you don't really want to waste your energy fighting peons like men. You're a woman, all right? Let let the summons do the work, you know? Let the grunts do their attacks, you know? Send the zombies, let them eat and feed on you. Well, you just kind of stay chill, right? That's the dark summons. Next one is mob manipulation. This is a very good power to have as a god, right? How this works, basically, whatever they want to do upon someone else, they're more likely to give into it. It's like, think of it as like a Jedi mind trick, you know? If she says some outrageous shit, some crazy shit, she'll be able to not twist it out of her own, like, sort of, you know, ability and, like, power to be an actual convincing messenger. It's more like she gives off an aura of, like, femininity that you just kind of cave to. You're like, ah, oh, fuck. You're right. I am wrong for not paying for the date, even though I don't know you and I don't like you, and then you ordered most of the food. You're right. I have to do it. Or, you know, you're right. I should be the one saying sorry after you cheated on me. Yes. Yes. Yes, Samantha. Yes. I'll do whatever you say. That's the mob manipulation. No, your ass is not doing that. When you do something wrong, everyone hates you. And yeah, maybe you deserved it, but like, damn. No one's on your side like that, you know? But when they do something wrong, ooh, like imagine like the hands and like the fingers kind of like master hand, you know, like wiggling around. Or imagine like she just put in a command if you want to use the admin motif. She just typed in you know, slash manipulate, and you're like, oh, everyone's like, oh wait, she's right, we're sorry. And this kind of goes into the next power. It's called server all chat. For using the admin motif, if the god thing, then it's mass hypnosis, right? It's a bit different from our last ability. The last one's more like on a small basis. This one's on a large basis, right? So the server all chat basically dictates that the god / admin may dictate the rules of this life. So basically, if they want it to be like, it's okay to have a 25 body count. Bam. Type that in server all chat. Bam. Everyone's like, oh, that makes sense. Girl should have a 25 body. That's okay. Yes. Yes, my girlfriend should have a 500 body count. Yes. Yeah, that's how it works. They can set the rules. Basically, they set the rules of this world. You know, it's like in Minecraft when you're setting the seed. You know, they can choose super flat, peaceful, normal. Yeah, like, it's okay to be obese and still want a 7 out of 10. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yes. Well, it has to make sense. That's the rules of this world. That's what the seed says. Okay? So you're going to follow it. Yes, it's okay for her to still micro-cheat on her phone. It's 2026. Yes, that's part of the seed. Okay? Yes, it's okay for them to dehumanize you at every moment if you're ugly. Yes, that's part of the seed, dude. Okay? Pay attention. If you don't like this game, then just refund it, man. Like, come on, dude. We know this, right? Next ability we got is the entity spawn. Now, how the entity spawn works is, it's more of a modern day ability. Well, of course it is, because, you know, it's god power. This didn't exist back in the day. But it's more of a technology-based ability. And basically, whenever they use like a dating app or social media, they can just instantly spawn guys to their DMs. Now, what she uses these guys for, you know, it's up to the god / admin. But basically, she can just infinitely spawn entities. Can you do that? Hey man, I see you're not spawning shit. Her inventory is full of spawn eggs, and each and every one of them is their clown, but they're her clown. So it's cool. At least you're god subject. You're the admin subject, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Next one, I like this ability. It's called fast travel. This one's pretty specific. It's just whenever they need to go somewhere and they don't feel like driving or spending gas, they'll find someone that's willing to do it for free. You know, I heard a story. I guess this is a story about a certain admin where she got picked up by these guys. They had some coitus, and of course she used the fast travel ability after to get dropped off home. By who? Her boyfriend. That's fake laughter because it's not fucking funny. It's not funny at all, actually. Scary. Because this is admin abuse. Someone should report this admin. That's a bad admin, alright? Don't abuse your admin powers, okay? Like that. But yeah, happened to my boy. He thought he made some friends, some godly friends. In reality, they just wanted the fast travel to the beach, and they didn't have a car. Yeah. Hey, it happens to everyone. Next is the altered percent chance. So basically, they're kind of tweaking stats here. What they do here is they're more likely to get things that they want. Basically, you wanted that upgrade. You want that upgrade. What do you call that? You wanted that promotion. You wanted that raise. Maybe if you weren't in the contestant with a god, you'd have got it. But the god, she's somehow her bubbly tone and the way and how she smells like a good worker. She also talks like a good worker. Is she a good worker? Well, stop thinking about that. Okay, stop thinking about that. Okay, she smells like a good worker. She talks like a good worker. She once put her hands on the boss like a good worker would. Yeah. So, she got over you. Sucks to be you. Who knows? Maybe you were just not qualified, less qualified than her. I don't know. Who knows the situation, right? But either way, they have altered chances. Basically, they're way more likely to get what they want. Yeah, they should try gambling, you know? They should try gambling because it would go very smooth for them. Considering they altered the stats. Speaking of altered stats, is the altered chest loot. It's basically self-explanatory. They hop in guys' DMs. If you ask your boy for $1, you'll be lucky if you get a response, bro. Let's be honest. You'll be lucky if you get a DM back. She asked for $1 and he's sending 500. I know, like, I don't even have a single one. I know so many of these admins where they literally have like a salary based off just purely off of guys giving it to them. Whether they're sending pictures, and a lot of them just send like pictures they found online, so they're not even real. Whether they're just talking to them. Whether they're doing like certain acts, certain favors. Either way, however you get the chest, loot's altered. When's the last time you got any sort of money from your boy? Especially unprompted. Never. You never did. Her though, she could literally have a job just off of tricking. Because the chest loot is a bit altered. Yeah. And seems like the last one we have here is the Cursed Barrier. And this one is the deepest one, right? This one's way more than like a simple ability. This barrier, it's the true level of their godhood. And it's kind of a multiple of multiple abilities. So, how this cursed barrier works is once they cast it, you feel this sort of sense of responsibility to not want to interact with them. It's a great layer of protection because it's not naturally they don't really have like that physical protection, being what they are, women, right? So this cursed barrier works very well in the sense that it kind of just implores that you always not ignore them, because you always recognize them, you always notice them, they're always on your mind, but never interact with them because of the fear and bother of being bothersome or striking out and failing or being like a too aggressive male. Like, it's just, whatever the reason may be, it works wonders and it keeps them very safe. And this ability does some it does come from, like I said, multiple abilities. Like, for example, the server all chat, the mass hypnosis. If they spread out the message that when you talk to them, you're bothering, you're making them uncomfortable. You're making their safe space into something of your own, and you're taking away their autonomy, and you're making them afraid, and you're just being an aggressive, overbearing, obsessed male. When they put that in the seed, you like start to unconsciously embody it, and you just feel like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I can't speak to them. I can't just be normal with them. That would bother, and that's the problem. It's not your fault, because like the reason it's not just a barrier, it's a cursed barrier. It's because it inflicts a spell upon you. It's not just like a barrier that once you break through it hard enough, you can get to it. It quite literally makes you believe that you're not supposed to even be doing this. And the only way to break this spell is to quite literally be the toxin that they're trying to ward off in the first place, which is ironic, by the way. Because only emotionally conscious men will be affected by the cursed barrier. Those guys are just looking to fuck, and then the ones that like love, that would just love to degrade these women, degrade these admins, and treat them like ass, fucking go, use them as a means, shout I can't. It doesn't work on them. And that's funny because that barrier quite literally is meant for them. So, you get this negative feedback loop where the conscious, emotional good guy, who would actually treat her right, has been too affected by her godly hypnosis and doesn't want to bother her, yet the guy who the barrier should be most for is so unaffected by the need to comfort her well-being that he walks right through it and gets in. And since there's not much comparison, since the good guys are never getting in, the bad guys are only getting in, of course she thinks that all guys are bad, and then has to strengthen the barrier, and the curse gets worse and worse for the good guys, and the bad guys never get the curse, and it's just negative feedback loop. It's rough. It really is. But yeah, those are the, what does that look? Let me see. Nine abilities of the gods, the admins. I'm sure you've seen them at hand. They can use them a lot. Like I said, they abuse it, and you would too. So no anger, okay? No resentment, because you would do the same shit, man. I know you would. But yeah, those are some powers they have. If you see them, think about it. Hey, now you know. Now you know to recognize it. And, well, you can't do much about it because, what's a king to God? Like Kanye said. You can't do much about it, but hey. At least it's just kind of fun. This is fun to record. So that's the message of today, is that this was fun to record. If you're a target of the admins, I'm sorry. No positive message today. Take it easy.